So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Stephanie and Andrea, to this conversation. I'm very, very, very excited to be having this conversation today with both of you, as you have been designing a very interesting program that we are launching today, that is happening in South Africa, the last days of September and first days of October. And we are inviting everyone in our community and further our community to participate on this new learning experience. Well, kind of new. We will learn more about it. So to kickstart this conversation, this new program is called Impact Leadership Applied, and we are applying impact leadership, in this case, to peace, truth, and reconciliation. But let's start from the beginning. What does Impact Leadership Applied, this program, is? Stephanie, do you want to kick us off with this first question?
So Impact Leadership Applied is Amani's latest program. It is a 10-day immersive program which will take place in South Africa. 10 days immersive means that it is a very intense program that is focused on really applied learning on the ground. It is not just theoretical. In fact, it's only a little bit of it is theoretical, and it's a lot of practically applied knowledge and using the theories that we talk about to actually analyze and see world events and happenings going on. Its purpose is really around experiential learning on the ground using real examples, and South Africa is a fascinating example for this. It will help you become a better leader in whichever area you're currently a leader in or working in, while we will be focusing on the examples of social justice and change and peace building, and a particular focus on the reconciliation processes in South Africa. It will help you learn about complex problems in systems wherever you are. It's a very holistic approach to understanding change and how we can lead change. And so even though you may not be in the peace building sector or have a specific background in that doesn't matter. It will be helpful for you wherever you are. It is also an experience, a possibility for you to meet other leaders, to expand your network, to hang out with really cool people and learn together and enjoy a great time in a beautiful country. We've had a similar experience in Egypt last year at Amani Institute. And with this new program or a new edition of the program, we're building in that and creating a different but similar learning experience for anybody who wants to participate.
That's great. So last year, that program in Egypt was called Impact Leadership Catalyst. And actually, Andrea, before joining the Amani team, and as being part from the Amani community, because she is also a SIM fellow, she went into this program and then joined the global programs team at Amani Institute. So Andrea, my question is now for you. How was your experience at ILC? What are the things that were unique about this program that you brought into the design of ILA this time, so Impact Leadership Applied? So let's start by this one. Like, how was your experience at ILC? What did you take forward and in this design? And what are your expectations, like similarities and differences in this new program?
So the program was really cool, especially because I am a SIM fellow, but I was part of the digital version of the SIM. And it's so nice to see people and to actually have an in-person kind of experience and in a short period of time. So it's amazing because we can like put this inside our life and also help us to meet a lot of people. So first of all, the best thing about ILC was networking and connecting with people who had different backgrounds and completely different careers, and we can exchange so much, and it was great. I love to meet so many people. The second thing that I love it was we had a lot of study cases, especially in adaptive leadership, and this is great because when we try to staring the world from new lens. It's amazing when you can study from cases that already happened and try to put this in the reality. So I love this, and this is one of the things that Stephanie and I were discussing that is important to have in this new phase, this for ILA. And the last one, of course, is traveling, right? Because I went to Egypt, and I know that this is an opportunity that not many people has, and it's amazing to go to a place like Egypt or South Africa and to be there studying and doing network and expanding your own boundaries. So it's amazing. Yeah, it was great.
And can people that joined ILC last year in Egypt can join ILA this year? Is it the same topics? Is it different? Is it a different learning experience? Does it add value to your career? What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, definitely people who went to ILC can come to ILA, because right now what we changed is that we are theme-based and not anymore only about talking about leadership, but also thinking about the things that comes from peace and reconciliation and justice. So this is completely different in a way, because when you study something like that, specifically in a field, you can learn so much more. So yes, everybody can come, and would be amazing to have this new chance in their careers.
I love this, and you're connecting it to my next question, that is around, so we are designing this program around impact leadership, but applying it to different topics, right? And this first edition, we are applying it to peace, trust, and reconciliation. So Steph, I have a question for you. I think so, or anyone that wants to answer this question. And is it why peace, truth, and reconciliation? Why are we applying it to this concept?
So the overall framework with which we're looking at peace, truth, and reconciliation is the adaptive leadership framework. And that is a way of looking at things from a very broad perspective, considering different stakeholders and factions, how they played a role in this, what kind of approaches were used. And so South Africa is a very interesting case study for this because of the complexity of the systems that were changed. South Africa had a history of very systemic state-sponsored racial segregation and years of human rights violations, as well as just a huge load of systemic issues. And South Africa was able to overcome this in a pretty unique manner, which is why it makes such a fascinating case study, both on the continent, but also globally. The Reconciliation Commission that was established in the 90s as well was not what people expected and not what they anticipated. And it was a lot of rebuilding without blaming, but considering everything that had happened, taking that into consideration and using it as a ground to move forward and to create new understanding in a country that was so segregated at that point. And there were so many fears, and people were not in a good state. And in fact, what happened was not what many people anticipated, that it was a relatively smooth transition. Of course, there were many issues around this as well, but overall it went remarkably well. So that's why it makes such a great case study. It was a peaceful transition of power, as I said, nobody had anticipated. And that continues to influence politics in South Africa today. In both positive and negative way, because as soon as we talk about impact, we have to consider both the negative and the positive impact. And we can still see that today in many, many ways. South Africa also continues to be a real role model for transitions and change in some ways. But again, this is not without its shadow sides, and we'll be looking at all of those to really deeply understand how the processes were put into place and how that all acted out. Forgiveness is one of the guiding principles of South Africa as a country today, and that makes it such a beautiful, I keep saying case study, but that's what it is, because we need more of that. We need more forgiveness and hope in where we are in the world today, particularly with these massive systemic issues So looking at how these processes were all fitting together will be a great opportunity to apply that to other systemic issues that really, really need our attention as leaders throughout the world. And so this is also supposed to be an inspiration for people to really look very, very closely at how they act in their challenges that they're supposed to change in the world right now.
Thank you, Steph. I think it's amazing that in a world where there's conflict and division and all of this is happening, we as leaders learn how about forgiveness, about reconciliation, and that I think we can take it to any sphere of our working lives. So I think it's a very exciting program for us as leaders. So thank you so much for designing it and for giving us the opportunity to learn about this topic. Now I want to go deep dive into the details of this program. And for that, I have many questions that I guess anyone wanting to join this experience are asking themselves. So first, who is going to facilitate this experience? Who's going to be there waiting for us in South Africa? And this is a question for Steph.
So first and foremost, that would be Andrea and me. We will be waiting very eagerly to meet the participants, and we will also be guiding them throughout the entire 10-day process. So we will be the main focal points, the people tying it all together, really. However, we understand that we have limitations in our knowledge and want to give people the best experience that they can. So we will be inviting a whole range of guest speakers and other facilitators to help us along the way. Of course, people within the areas that we are visiting, they will be supportive, but we'll also have people, for example, when we ran a similar experience last year with a different group, within the Amani framework, we were working with a wonderful person who is doing a lot of human rights work on the inclusion of people with disabilities, Simon. We were working with a professor from one of the universities in Johannesburg who is really looking at the South African reconciliation processes and how that can be applied to the Israel-Palestine conflict. So that kind of cross-border translation of some of the concepts that we'll be talking around. We'll have people from the field of promoting democracy, of justice in general. So it will be a wonderful experience with people who are real experts in their fields.
Wow, it sounds really inspiring. And Andrea, when is this happening and where exactly? Where in South Africa are we joining for this program?
Okay, so we're really excited to come to September, because in the end of September 27th until October 6th, it's going to happen the course. So it's going to be 10 days of course. And we will all arrive in Johannesburg and we're going to be there. The course starts and we're going to be together and we're going to learn a lot about South Africa history and this kind of things about forgiveness and the history and the parliament and this kind of things. And after that, on October 2nd, I think, yes, in October 2nd, we are traveling to Cape Town. We are air traveling to Cape Town. And there we're gonna talk a lot more about our experience in the city. We're gonna travel around the city as well. And we're gonna talk about adaptive leadership and discovering more about South Africa legacy and story for peace and reconciliation as well.
Fantastic. And Steph, you've introduced this about who is this program for, but I want to go deeper into this. So who are we expecting in this program? What should people be expecting on the learnings, on like what kind of background knowledge or prerequisites they should have?
So the overall prerequisite is really be interested in leading impact and wanting to create change in the world. But this is particularly for people who are interested in developing and applying adaptive leadership skills in societal processes. So whether that is environmental change or social change, any kind of structural challenges, both within organizations as in a greater environment. people who want to develop more of their problem solving and problem finding abilities. And finally, people who want to connect with professionals around the world who are enthusiastic about social impact and want to learn more about social change and impact through the adaptive leadership framework. It is important that you have time to spend those 10 days fully immersed in the program. So if you think, oh, well, I'll work a couple of days in between, that is probably not going to work out too well. First of all, you will be quite tired towards the end of it because it is a very intense program, but we also want to really focus ourselves and spend this time in a group to learn from each other and with each other. It is a progression. So it's really about dedicating 10 days to this full time. And if what you had discussed earlier already, if people have taken any of our programs previously, whether that is the social innovation management program or something like leadership for growth, there is no problem with taking this course. It is quite different because it is really very, very immersive. We're only planning to spend 1 day on theory and then throw ourselves straight into the environment for the rest of it. So there is very different than anything we normally do.
Fantastic. And Andreas, if this is really calling me and I want to join, how do I do? How do I enroll in this program? Where do I start?
So I'm happy to speak with anyone who has curiosity to know more about the program and to understand if your current life, career, or purpose is aligned with the program. So we can have a chat, we can talk by email or something, but I'm always here to help anyone. You can write me an email, I can send you my email after here, or you can just write for programs@amaniinstitute.org and I'll be there answering you and talking to you. So anything that you need, I'm always here to help. I'm always happy to help. But the process is really simple, actually. You just answer a survey and we understand how we're going to pay for the program itself. So there are some options of payment. The first one is that you pay full. And if you do, you're going to have some discounts, like $140 of discount for the registration. Or you can have, I don't know, help yourself and bring some fellows with you, some peers with you. And if you are a group of people, a group of peers, we can have $280 of discount from each of you. So it's going to be amazing if you're going to pay together, and we can discuss this in a call if you need or anything. Or if you just want to hold your spot right now, because we know that a lot of people are interested in the process, and we have many people, I think we're 7 people that already just signed up and said, yes, I want to be part of it. So if you want to hold your spot, you can do a deposit of $800, or you can pay half of it and $1,000, and we can wait for the rest of the payment after the program starts.
I think something very important that we didn't say is that we have 7 people already that sign up, and this is there is limited spots, right? Like we are not accepting a very big group because we wanted to do it intimate and exclusive, and like also like a small group, we learn better. So how many people are we expecting?
So we're hoping to have...
Sorry, silence.
All good. The minimum number of people who need to apply and who need to make their payments is 12, and the maximum is 18. Okay. So anywhere between 12 and 18 is the ideal. Because as you said, we want to keep it relatively small. We're 2 facilitators plus a couple of other people, so you will get plenty of attention and we'll have plenty of time to deal with everybody. But we also want to have a group in a good size that allows for connection and exchange. And anything much smaller than that will not lead to that.
So if you're doubting yourself, we have already half class full. So jump on board, don't lose your time and join us. And Steph, to finish with this ping pong of questions, how much is the total of the program and what is it? Is it included? Andrea already spoke about some paying facilities, and also you can check it in our website if you want to learn more about it. But I would love to finish this conversation around how much it is the whole program, and what is included in this? Because I heard about a flight from Johannesburg to Cape Town, for example. Is that included? Where are we sleeping? All of that.
Fantastic, great questions. So the total amount for the whole program, for the 10-day program, is $2,800. That includes accommodation in single occupancy rooms, because we're, first of all adults, and secondly, we do cater for the introverts amongst us, who at the end of the day just need to close their door and have their 8 hours of me time. That's me, that's Andrea, and that's probably about half of the cohort as well. So that was very important to us. Breakfast and lunch will be included. We will have a few dinners, like a welcome dinner, but dinner is generally on the people themselves, on the participants. Again, sometimes we just need a little bit of free time, and we are very happy to give that to everybody. Then all local transportations, so that is for all program-related activities and venues, as well as that flight that was mentioned. So from Johannesburg to Cape Town, as well as the airport transfers related to that flight, will be included. Again, all program-related activities, entrance fees, tours, guides, all of that is included. We'll have a movie night where you will get pizza, so you also get that for dinner. What is not included is your flight to get to South Africa. So international flights and airport transfers are not included. Local activities outside of the program. So your evening activities, your nighttime activities, your early morning activities are your business, and you need to take care of those. Most dinners are not included. Alcoholic drinks are not included. Visas and other travel related costs, including insurances, is not included. If you would like to come earlier or stay longer, that is on you. And yeah, that is about it.
Fantastic. And
we
my
also
last
have an
question.
info pack for that. So there is information on that written, because that was quite fast.
Of course, you can check it in our website. You can download the info pack. You can read it in details, or you can always send us an email to programs@amaninstitute.org, and we will be happy to guide you through the process, invite you to join us. But if you cannot join and you feel like there's someone around you that should join, Andrea, how do people invite other people? Because this is open not only for people that did our programs, but also from friends of us that we feel are getting into the impact leadership world. So how do we spread the word? How do we help spread the word?
So we have a sharing package that you can require from any one of us, and you can share some posts, some tags, and also the info pack itself, the website, and then you can just ask people to join, because this is going to be amazing for sure. We are really, really excited with this program. So if you want to be part of this community and spread this word, please just write us an email, programs@amaninstitute.org, and I will send to you the shareable package for you. Bring all your friends.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank everyone that has watched this video till here. Please contact us. Please, of course, if you want to join, we will be waiting for you in South Africa. Very happy to on this very interesting learning experience and wonderful learning experience and option that Amani is giving us to continue our learning. So see you in South Africa, everyone. And thank you, Steph and Andrea, for joining me in this call. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye.